A burgers and exhaust fumes, the rise of drive-thrus. The drive-thru, a ubiquitous symbol of American convenience, born from a desire for speed and efficiency, and it quickly became a cultural icon. The first drive-thru, a Redwood Empire hamburger stand in Vallejo, California, opened in 1948, catering to busy customers who wanted a quick meal without leaving their cars. This innovation marked a turning point in the fast food industry, forever changing the way we consume food. Drive-thrus exploded in popularity during the post-war economic boom. Americans embraced the car as a symbol of freedom and mobility. Fast food chains capitalized on this trend, offering drive-thrus as a way to satisfy customers' growing desire for convenience. The golden arches of McDonald's became synonymous with fast food, and their drive-thrus became a staple of American life. The drive-thru diet, a recipe for environmental disaster. The environmental impact of drive-thrus is significant and multifaceted. The sheer volume of cars idling in drive-thru lanes contributes to air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. Millions of cars' engines running release harmful pollutants into the atmosphere. This constant stream of exhaust fumes exacerbates respiratory problems and contributes to climate change, harming our planet's health. The environmental burden extends beyond exhaust fumes. The packaging waste generated by drive-thrus is staggering. Millions of disposable cups, containers, and wrappers end up in landfills every day. These materials, often made from non-biodegradable plastics, persist in the environment for centuries, polluting our land and oceans. The convenience of a quick meal comes at the expense of our planet's well-being. Shifting gears, consumers choose health and sustainability. Consumer preferences are evolving, with a growing emphasis on health and sustainability. People are becoming more aware of the negative impacts of fast food on their health and the environment. The demand for fresh, locally sourced, and sustainably produced food is rising. Consumers are seeking alternatives to the greasy burgers and sugary sodas that have long defined the drive-thru experience. This shift in consumer preferences is driven by a growing awareness of the health risks associated with a fast food diet. High in calories, saturated fat, and sodium, fast food contributes to obesity, heart disease, and other chronic illnesses. People are increasingly choosing healthier options, seeking out restaurants that offer fresh, whole foods, and prioritize sustainability. This trend is further fueled by a growing concern for the ethical treatment of animals. Factory farming practices, common in the fast food industry, raise serious ethical concerns. Consumers are demanding greater transparency and accountability from food producers, seeking out companies that prioritize animal welfare and environmental responsibility. The drive-thru, often associated with factory-farmed meat and unsustainable practices, is losing its appeal as consumers demand better choices. Drive-thru economics, a flawed business model in a changing world. The economic model of drive-thru restaurants is also facing challenges. Rising labor costs, increasing competition, and changing consumer preferences are putting pressure on profit margins. Fast food chains are struggling to maintain profitability in a changing economic landscape. The reliance on low-wage labor, a hallmark of the fast food industry, is becoming increasingly unsustainable. As minimum wage laws rise and public pressure for fair wages mounts, fast food companies are facing higher labor costs. This pressure, coupled with rising food costs and increased competition from healthier, more sustainable options, makes it difficult for drive-thru restaurants to maintain profitability. The rise of online ordering and delivery services is also disrupting the traditional drive-thru model. Consumers are increasingly choosing the convenience of ordering food from their smartphones and having it delivered to their doorsteps. This shift in consumer behavior is challenging the dominance of the drive-thru, forcing fast food chains to adapt to new technologies and delivery models. The old model of driving to a window to pick up food is becoming increasingly obsolete. The last stop for drive-thrus. While drive-thrus may not disappear entirely, their future seems uncertain. The combination of environmental concerns, shifting consumer preferences, and economic pressures suggests that their reign as a dominant force in the fast food industry may be coming to an end. The era of cheap, convenient, and environmentally unsustainable food is fading. The rise of fast casual restaurants, offering healthier and more sustainable options, poses a significant challenge to traditional drive-thru establishments. These restaurants often prioritize fresh, locally sourced ingredients and sustainable practices, appealing to a growing segment of health-conscious and environmentally aware consumers. The drive-thru, with its association with processed food and environmental damage, struggles to compete with these newer, more appealing alternatives. The future of food consumption likely lies in a more balanced and sustainable approach. This means prioritizing fresh, whole foods, supporting local farmers and producers, and reducing our reliance on industrial agriculture. It means choosing restaurants that prioritize ethical and sustainable practices, even if it means sacrificing a bit of convenience. The drive-thru, a symbol of our past obsession with speed and efficiency, may soon become a relic of a bygone era. Embracing a sustainable food future. The decline of drive-thrus presents an opportunity to rethink our relationship with food. It's a chance to embrace a more sustainable and equitable food system that prioritizes health, environmental responsibility, and social justice. This means supporting local farmers, reducing food waste, and demanding greater transparency and accountability from food producers. We can choose to invest in community gardens, farmers markets, and restaurants that prioritize sustainability. We can advocate for policies that support small-scale agriculture and promote fair labor practices. We can educate ourselves about the true cost of our food choices, understanding the environmental and social impacts of our consumption habits. The future of food is about more than just convenience. It's about creating a food system that nourishes our bodies, protects our planet, and supports a just and equitable society. It's about making conscious choices that align with our values and contribute to a healthier and more sustainable future. The end of the drive-thru era may be just the beginning of a more mindful and responsible approach to food.